Okay, dynamic traders, okay, players. They know and understand the mindset and behavior patterns of the crowd or herd. They basically refer to the general public as the herd, and they are the herd masters. Okay, they are the herd masters. Whenever possible, they will use that knowledge to move prices in a way that will extract the most amount of money from the largest number of traders. That is their mission. That is what they do. Characteristics of passive technical traders, they're usually mystified by price movement. Would that be a fair characterization? Okay, they wouldn't think about trying to cause price movement. As a result, they typically can't conceive of anyone else doing it either. They're typically drawn into trades based on an opinion about the attractiveness of the price or stampeded out because of fear. The passive technical trader's objective is to find himself in a winning trade without any intent to move prices. Now think about what you're doing. You are trading in a way where you want to find yourself in a winning trade, but absolutely wouldn't even think about moving prices to do it. You're completely dependent on someone else doing it for you. To find himself in a winning trade, he's dependent on other traders to be willing to either buy or sell at a worse price than himself to create movement in his direction. The typical passive technical trader is expecting other dynamic traders to make him a winner when they usually have little or no knowledge, insight, or understanding about how dynamic traders operate. Would that be fair? The typical passive trader does not realize it only takes one dynamic trader somewhere in the world to negate the positive outcome of his edge. Is that a fair statement now? Does anybody want to argue with the statement anymore? Or not, I'd say anybody did in the first place, but there are some people who raised their hand and said that that wasn't the case. Is there anybody that's not convinced about this? Seriously, I want to know. And we're not going to get into a fight or anything, but you know. Okay, the characteristics of technical analysis. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take what we now understand about the nature of price movement and look at the nature of technical analysis to see, just see what we got here, okay? See how well it meshes. Okay, technical indicators define, identify, and organize market data, the up and down ticks into understandable patterns. Are you guys with me on this? The patterns are observable, quantifiable, meaning they can be measured, and repeat themselves with statistical reliability. And really, while I'm doing this and while we're going through this, I want you guys to really keep in mind that just because I explained the underlying characteristics of dynamic traders and people who can actually move the market and do it all the time, in fact, when the market's moving, they're the ones who are doing it. It's not you or I. The only time you or I move the market is when there's an overabundance of market orders coming into the market from passive technical traders. Because a market order does what? Okay? If the last price is 10, we've got 9, we've got 11. Okay, what's the market? The last price is 10. If I want to buy, the market's actually 11, isn't it? That's the market, because that's where the offers are. The offers are at 11, so that's where I'm going to get filled. I'm going to get filled at 11. Well, if there's so many market buy orders coming into the market, and all the offers are taken out at 11, then that means the next price up where there's offers are 12, and that's where I'm going to get filled. And if there's so many more that got in before me, and this is real, there's really an overabundance of buy orders in relationship to the number of offers that exist, then I might get filled at 13, because that's the market. So that's the difference. You've got an overabundance of passive technical orders coming into the market that will drive it up, or you've got dynamic traders who are doing it purposefully. And when they're doing it purposefully, I guarantee you they got a good reason for it. They know what they're doing. I'm not saying it always works, but they know what they're doing. And it doesn't mean that you can't take advantage of it. It doesn't mean that you can't make a consistent income, even a really good consistent income with your technical methodologies. You don't even have to understand all these subtle dynamics of market or price movement to be able to take advantage of it. All you've got to do is be able to trade your edge and follow your plan. I just want you to understand that when you understand what's going on, you will be able to trade your plan because you won't be putting so much emphasis on things that don't have any relevance. Like expecting this next trade to work just because you got a signal.
Is this what drives the price up typically early in the morning, like when the market opens, some popular stock, all the orders come in or it goes down, and is that what creates this gap? Or
well, I can't tell you I mean, when you say that's what happens, I mean, let's put it this way.
Is it a log jam?
You can always break it down to one fundamental reason. The only reason that really there is. There's an imbalance between buyers and sellers. Price movement is always the result of an imbalance. Because when there's balance, there's no movement.
Right.
It's that simple.
Right.
If there's balance, there's no movement. Prices do not move when there's balance. There has to be an imbalance for people to bid it up or offer it lower. And if people aren't actually bidding it up in this example, we don't see the reason why I can't answer you exactly is because I don't know if it's actually being bid up purposefully by somebody or it's because there's an overabundance of buy orders in relationship to the amount of offers. That's what I don't know. Okay? The patterns basically measure the collective mind of the market. In other words, here, and I should have really emphasized this word, collective mind of the market. Not the individual minds, the collective mind. Meaning all of the actions, all of the beliefs, all of the agendas, all of the objectives are built into that next incremental price change from 11 to 12 or from 12 to 13. It's all there. And the only thing that mathematical formulas can do is actually measure that, measure the patterns that result from that information. It isn't getting the information of the guy who actually bid the market up by taking out all the offers because he's got some specific agenda about what he wants to do with where he wants to see the prices go, because he's doing something that has nothing to do with any of this, meaning your technical methodology or anybody else's. He might be putting on a huge hedge position based on some contract that he has to deliver something 3 months from now. So collective mind of the market, indicating when there is a higher probability of one thing happening over another, represented as an edge. So because the patterns show up in every time frame, technical analysis turns the market into an unending stream of opportunities to enrich ourselves. These patterns that the mathematical formulas identify show up in every time frame, from the smallest to the largest. And as a result, if we learn how to think about these patterns or edges appropriately, it will actually turn the market into an unending stream to enrich ourselves.